Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. Today is Independence Day of India. This is 75th Independence Day of India. We celebrate Indian Independence Day on 15th August every year. This celebration is our reward of many sacrifices done by our Indian heroes. Let's know their stories in this video. But first, who are Britishers? When did they landed on Indian land? Britishers landed on India on August 24, 1608 on Surat. Then they colonized and looted the whole India in centuries. They ruled us up to 2 centuries. Estimates say that they looted up to $50 trillion and we didn't keep quiet. We did many rebels against the British. Some estimates say that Britishers faced about 40 major rebellions and about hundreds of minor rebellions overall the nation in their rule. One of that major revolt is Revolt of 1857. All common people, peasantry and sepoys revolted against the British and also royal families such as Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi and forces of Nana Sahib Peshwa and Uda Devi, etc. Many royal families revolted against the British in 1857. Now let's know about the father of the nation of India, Mahatma Gandhi. He was born on 2nd October 1869 in Gujarat. Mahatma Gandhi went to the London in 1888 to study law and then he went to the South Africa in 1893 to practice it. And he came back to India in 1915. He was a very important part of the Indian national movement. Well, the Indian national movement is a series of protests against British rule. Mahatma Gandhi believed in peace. He believed that we can only achieve independence with peace. So he did many protests with peace like Rowlatt Satyagraha, a peaceful protest against the Rowlatt Act in 1919. But why? What is Rowlatt Act? Well, Rowlatt Act gives power to the British to arrest anyone without a reason. So the nation protested against it. The legislation should be in favor of everyone. He also did other protests like non-cooperation movement. It is a peaceful protest started in 1920 to revoke cooperation to British government for aim to establish its governance and full independence. It was started in 1920 and ended in 1922. So it aimed to withdraw the support from the people to British for an aim to establish our self-government, to rule our nation by ourselves, to get our full independence. And next, the civil disobedience movement. It was launched in 1930. It disobeyed certain laws of the British. Why? Because the certain laws of the British were very cruel and unacceptable. Salt law states that no Indian can buy or sell the salt except British. So it aims to make Britishers quit India. This was launched in 1942. Next Indian hero we are going to discuss about is Subhash Chandra Bose. He was born on 22 January. He was educated in University of Cambridge. He was the 5th mayor of Calcutta from 1930 to 1931 and 57th and 58th president of Indian National Congress 1939 to 1941. And he was also the former and president of Forward Bloc from 1939 to 1941. He was arrested 11 times in his fight for freedom. He was the second president of Azad Hind Fauj from 1943 to 1945. He traveled across the world, like India to Afghanistan to Russia to Italy to Germany to Japan, to meet the Azad Hind Fauj and make it to fight for our freedom in our border.
मैं ईश्वर अल्लाह वाहेगुरु की कसम खाके ये अहद उठाता हूँ कि आज से मैं नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस की सरपरस्ती में आजाद हिंद फौज के परचम तले अपने मुल्क हिंदुस्तान को आजाद कराने के लिए ही लड़ूंगा। इस कसम की रक्षा के लिए मैं अपनी जान भी कुर्बान करने को तैयार रहूंगा। जय हिंद।
मैं इस आजाद हिंद फौज का सेना नायक हिंदुस्तान को आजाद करने में खुद अपने सिपाहियों की अगुवाई करूंगा। जय हिंद।
But how was Azad Hind Fauj formed? It was founded on August 1942 by Mohan Singh with help of Japanese Empire. Azad Hind Fauj with 45,000 soldiers in Gandhi Brigade, Nehru Brigade, Azad Brigade, Subhash Brigade and Jhansi Regiment. They crossed the Chinwin in Myanmar for march to the Delhi from Impal in Manipur on March 1944. But unfortunately, on March 1945, Azad Hind Fauj was disbanded. And in this war, women also played an important role. They helped the Indian national movement in many ways. About 1,000 women in Jhansi Regiment fought for the freedom of the nation on the front. And also women like Sarojini Naidu inspired the people overall the India to participate in Indian national movement. She was born on 13 February 1879 in Hyderabad. She was educated in King's College, London. She wrote up to 30 books. Sarojini Naidu, popularly known as Nightingale of India, was an Indian political activist and a poet. She was an important part of the Indian national movement. She died on 2nd March 1949 in Lucknow. Next Indian hero we are going to discuss about is Lala Lajpat Rai. He was born on 28 January 1865 in Dudike. He was educated in Government College University at Lahore. Lala Lajpat Rai, popularly known as Punjab Kesari, was an important part of the Indian national movement. When Simon Commission visited Lahore on 30 October 1928, Lala Lajpat Rai led a peaceful protest saying Simon go back. But why? What is Simon Commission? Well, Simon Commission was a commission sent by the British to India to decide the political future of India. But the bad part was it has no Indian representatives. So we felt bad. How can the political future of India can be decided without the opinion of Indians? So we want the Simon Commission to go back. So the Lala Lajpat Rai led a peaceful protest at Lahore saying Simon go back. Then the police were ordered to lathi charge on the protesters by James Scott. And in that lathi charge, Lala Lajpat Rai was assaulted. Next Indian hero we are going to discuss about is Bhagat Singh. He was born on September 1907 in Punjab, India. He was educated in National College of Arts in Lahore. Bhagat Singh was an Indian socialist revolutionary. He read up to 600 books and wrote up to 30 books. He was a great revolutionary, not because he had guns and bombs, but because he had the revolutions of thoughts. This we need for the independence of India, the revolution of thoughts. How can 20,000 Britishers rule up to 300 million Indians? Bhagat Singh and his associates, Sukhdev, Rajguru, Chandrasekhar Azad, fought against the British. So Bhagat Singh was arrested in May 1927. Bhagat Singh also killed police officer John Sanders on December 1928 to avenge killing Lala Lajpat Rai. Why? Because James Scott killed the Lala Lajpat Rai in the protest led by him at Lahore, saying Simon go back. So, James Scott killed Lala Lajpat Rai. So Bhagat Singh got angry and wanted to kill the James Scott, but he was misled and killed John Sanders. And with the help of Batukeshwar Dutt, they made 2 homemade bombs which were thrown in the Central Legislative Assembly in Delhi, and they shouted slogans and allowed authorities to arrest them on 8 April 1929. But why? We can say to the people who hear, but what for the deaf? We need a blast to make deaf hear. So Bhagat Singh threw the 2 homemade bombs in Central Legislative Assembly and shouted slogans like Inqilab Jindabad and allowed authorities to arrest them.
Arrest him!
Because he was not a terrorist. He was a messenger asking for our independence of his nation. When in jail, he did hunger strike for 116 days, and it ended on 5th October 1929. He joined Jatindranath Das in hunger strike. But why were they doing the hunger strike? Because the Indian prisoners were not treated the same way of British prisoners. Indian prisoners were not a proper treatment. So Bhagat Singh did hunger strikes for better conditions in jail.
तो मैं नहीं खाऊंगा.
Ask him how long.
जब तक हमारे साथ इंसानों की तरह बर्ताव नहीं किया जाता. खाने लायक खाना, साफ सुथरे कपड़े, पढ़ने के लिए किताबें, अखबार.
Tell him he won't get anything.
कुछ नहीं मिलेगा तुम्हें. कुछ नहीं. तो ठीक है, मैं नहीं खाऊंगा.
कब तक नहीं खाओगे?
जब तक हमारी मांगे नहीं पूरी हो जाती.
देखेंगे.
शौक से.
अच्छा?
Then British feared of Bhagat Singh's revolution of thoughts. So Bhagat Singh was hanged on 23rd March 1931 at his age of only 23 at Lahore. Next Indian hero we are going to discuss about is Vinayak Damodar Veer Savarkar. He was born on 28 May 1882 in Pagur, and he was educated in City Law School. His wife's name is Yamuna Bai. Veer Savarkar was an Indian politician, activist and a poet. He was an important part of Indian independence movement. He wrote up to 38 books and 2 novels. He was imprisoned at Andaman and Nicobar Islands in 1911. But why? What is the dangerous weapon taken by Veer Savarkar? It is not a gun, not a bomb. He took a pen. He made a revolution of thoughts. He inspired people. He was an important part in Indian national movement. Yes, this is a story of tragedy of our past. of India when it was colonized by British. This is a story of brave Indian heroes who fought for the freedom of this nation. Before Britishers colonized us, we contributed over 25% of world's wealth. And the time when Britishers left us, we contributed only up to 4% of world's wealth. Some estimates say that they looted up to $50 trillion. But still, up to now, India stands as a great nation of the world with 3 trillion economy, world's second largest army, world's 4th best air force, and world's 7th best navy. We are standing as a very powerful nation. We are also reaching outer space with projects like Chandrayaan-1, which detected the water molecules on Moon, and Mangalyaan-1, which orbited the Mars. With all these projects, we are standing as a successful nation even after the great damage, which proves that we are above that great damage done by all the conquerors and the colonizers. We are above them and succeeding and gaining our glory back. While Britishers' glory was colonizing, our glory is in helping and growing and developing with all. So if you want to share this glorious story of India's success and a story of underground war with British fought by our Indian heroes, a story of certain prediction that India is gonna be on top of the world, please share this video. And if you like this video, please click the like button and please comment on the video. At least Happy Independence Day. Jai Hind. Expressing our gratitude towards the nation in small ways in social media. And if you want more patriotic videos like this, please subscribe my channel. And we will end this video by singing our national anthem written by Rabindranath